Hello everybody, welcome to the next TIS webinar. As you know, today we want to talk about the TIS DMX and also about the TIS DMX driver and also about the dancing lights that they are supports the DMX protocol, how we can program them and how we can create a very amazing scenario and many other things. Let me share a camera with you. Okay, here I have one RGB strip lights. Here you can see this is my RGB strip lights. I have one DMX LED driver. It's connecting by D+, D-, and GND to the DMX module. This is my DMX module. I'm connecting D+, D-, and GND. And of course, here I have one TIS dancing light. I'm connecting with the network circuit. I'm connecting this one to the DMX protocol, D+, D-, and GND. And also let me share with you about the diagram of the DMX. And I want to tell you, if your device supports the DMX protocol, such as the dancing light, you don't need any driver. The device that supports the DMX protocol, it's connecting to the DMX module directly. But if you want to control your lights, for example, I want to control my RGB lights with the DMX, I need the DMX driver. As you know, the DMX is the one protocol that's the dancing lights work with it, and the main reason that we use the DMX is for this reason. When we want to turn on and turn off some lights very fast, we use DMX. Imagine that you want to turn on and turn off one light 10 times in a 1 second. Actually, you cannot do that with the relay because you know, the relay has some delays for connecting and disconnecting, and actually you cannot turn it on and off in a 1 second for even for 5 times. But with the DMX, we can do that. Even we can turn on and turn off one light 10 times, and even we can dim the lights. Okay, let me share with you the diagram. Here, as you can see, I have one DMX module, TIS DMX module. It's connecting to the bus, TIS bus network, and from the DMX port, it's connecting to the DMX module. The TIS DMX module, the input is 12 to 36 volts DC. And here I have one power supply. Here I have one power supply. And also I'm connecting my lights. And of course my lights is 12 to 36 volts DC to this driver. And if I want to connect the dancing lights to the DMX, as you can see, I'm loop the dancing light with each other, and from the last one, I'm connecting the last one to the DMX module. And as you can see, here's the white, orange is D+ of the DMX, D- is orange, and black, white, and black is GND. And I used one relay, one channel relay for turn on and turn off the power supply of my dancing If you have more than one driver, you can loop your driver like this picture. And that's it. Okay, let me tell you about the DMX module. Everything that I say here about the DMX module, such as scene, area, and sequence, you can use in the TIS relate to. Therefore, it's not only related to the DMX, because today I want to talk about the area, scene, and sequence. Okay, let me share with you my DevSearch application. You can see my DMX here. This is the main page of the DMX. You can put the location. I recommend always to put location for your device. This is the DMX for my training board. Also, I can see the MAC address. I can see the subnet ID and device ID, and also I can change the subnet ID and device ID. The network's parameter not working yet. It's for future. Therefore, you cannot search your device with the DMX, with the network parameters of the DMX. And this is the related to intensity of your lights. I recommend you never enable this one. Okay, here we have one tabs named area. And what area means? As you know, the DMX supports 48 different channels. And of course, you know, for example, when you want to control 48 different channels, it's very difficult if you know which channel is related to which area or which location. Therefore, when you have a more channels, we create some area. For example, here, if I press on the setups, I can create my area. For example, the first area, channel number 1, channel number 2, channel number 3, and channel number 4 is for my RGB, and this is for my driver. Actually, I want to tell you how you can change the driver address. For example, here I set my driver address as a 1, and the TIS DMX driver is 4 channel. Therefore, channel number 1, channel number 2, channel number 3, and channel number 4 is related to my driver. I will show you how you can change the address of your driver. And actually, I create another area, area number 2, for my dancing lights. And as you see, channel number 5, channel number 6, channel number 7, channel number 8, 9, 10, and 11 is related to my dancing light. Maybe you ask me why you put 7 channels for the dancing lights. Each dancing light has a one manual. If you see the manual, let me share with you the manual. For example, here my dancing light is square. Let me share with you here. As you can see here, this is the HPD LED square. As you can see, my square has a 7 channel. Channel number 1, channel number 2, channel number 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And each channel is related to the one things. For example, channel number 1 is related to the strobe. Channel number 2 is related to the color. For example, if I set the channel number 2 from 0 to 15, it means that this is off of the LED. Or from 51 to 100, it means it's red. From 101 to 150, it means it's green. Actually, you can see the channel number 3 is about the X axis and Y, and you can see all the things here. For example, let me share with you another manual. Okay, here, for example, the flower, if you use the flower dancing light, the flower dancing light has a 5 channel. Channel number 1, channel number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Or if you use the beam model, the beam model has a 5 channel. With the catalog, you can find each channel, each dancing lights, how you can program and how many channels supports. Okay, let me share with you my camera and show you how you can change the address of the TIS Dolly driver, TIS DMX driver, and actually the TIS dancing lights. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, yes, you can. Okay, this is my DMX LED driver. If I'm long press of these 2 buttons with each other, after few seconds, it said it's 4 channel. Actually, you know, you can change the channel of the DMX, and for example, you can use it as a 4 channel or 2 channel or 3 channel. Here you can change the model of your light. Always, it's 99% of the LEDs PC, and if you long press on these 2 buttons, sorry, you need to long press on all of 3 buttons with each other. Let me. We needed 2 hands for long press for all of the 3 buttons. If you long press on the 3 button, you can change the address of the module. And remember, when your module is 4 channel, when you put the address 1, it means that the channel number 1, channel number 2, channel number 3, and channel number 4 is related to this module. And how you can change the address of the dancing lights? Here, it has a 7 segment. For example, here I put the address 005. Why 5? Because my driver has this 4 channel. It's 1. It means that channel number 1, 2, 3 is related. 2, 3, and 4 related to this driver. And I put channel number 1, channel number 5 on my dancing light. Remember, with the menu button, you can change it. For example, now I can change it to the auto mode. When you don't have any DMX module and you want to use this dancing light standalone, you can use auto. Of course, we have many options, and here it's working with the sound. And if I put it on the D, it means that device, and I can change the address. For example, now I'm changing to 3, 4, 6 now. Now it's 5, and if I'm long press on the enter, it saves the configuration. Okay. Okay, I hope all of you understand about the how to change the address of the driver and how you can change the address of your dancing lights. And then based off this address, we create the area. For example, here, if you remember, and creates area for area number 1, as you can see. Also, I can put the comments. For example, area number 1 is RGB, of course, WRGB, because I have a WRGB strips. And the channel, the area number 2 is my dancing light. And it's a square. Okay. Yes, this one is square. Okay, then I'm press the same. Of course, if you have, for example, 2 RGB or 3 RGB and you have, for example, 10 driver, you need to create 10 area, and I recommend you to put comments for your area. If you have any question, please ask me. Okay, very good question. What's the length of the RGB? It's related to your lights. Our TIS driver is supports, as you can see here, it's 5 ampere per each channel. But if you use the amplifier between your strip lights, therefore you can use, for example, 20 meters, because you only control the first line, and with the amplifier sends the command and supports the power of the other lines with the amplifier. Therefore, if you use the amplifier, you can use 20 meters, 50 meters. It depends on you and the amplifier that you use between your lights. Okay, very good. I'm creates my area. Now I'm going to the channel steps. Okay, here you can see I recommend you again to put comments for your channel. Also, you can test your channel. If you press on this test, you can set every 2 seconds turn on and turn off this light. Here I can say, for example, channel number 1, 152, channel number 1, save address. Then I press test. And let me share my camera with you. As you can see here on the camera, channel number 1 is start, turn on, and turn off. You can see the channel number 1 is green. You can see, okay. Therefore, here I put comments for channel number 1. Channel number 1 is green. Okay. I put the comments for channel number 1. It's green. Save. Okay. Then I test channel number 2. Channel number 2. And also remember, you can turn off channel from here for the next testing, because if the green is on and then I want to check another channel, it may create a wrong color. Okay, turning off, then save address, test. Okay, the channel number 2 is blue, and let me search, and channel number 3 is red. Let me put the command. Channel number 2 is blue, channel number 3 is red, and channel number 4 is white. Okay, Very good. See. And what about the dancing light? For the dancing lights, if you remember, we have one manual, and for the each channel, it's right on the manual. It's each channel related to the which option. Okay, from the manual, I write the function of each channel. For example, the function of channel number 1 is strobe. Channel number 2 is related to the color. Channel number 3 is about the axis. Channel number 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Channel number 4 is again for X. What's the difference between channel number 3 or channel number 4? On the channel number 3, you can set the strobe turning clockwise or anti-clockwise, but on for the channel number 8 is related to the degree. For example, from 0 to 600. Sorry, from 0 to 360 degree. The next one is about the Y. And the next one is for motor speed. And the last one is about the auto or sounds. Okay, then I press the save. Very good. Very, very good. And also here you can see the lower limits and higher limits of your device. Okay, then I'm going to the scene. On the scene, I can create my scene. For example, on the area number 1, about the RGB. For example, here I want to create 10 different scenes. Okay. I put the comment. For example, on the scene number 1, I want to, for example, only green on. For 2, only blue on. For 3, only red on. It means that turn off the other channel and only red on. For example, for the other, it's, for example, red 50%, but blue 70%, and green 30. It's related to you. You can create your own scene, or even you can create your own color. It depends on you. If you read how you can, for example, if you dim the reds and to 20% and turn on the green, it creates one color. For example, it creates yellow. It depends on you. For example, the next one is red plus green. Or for example, I have one red plus blue. Or for example, one I need all on. The other, for example, red 20, blue 80, green, for example, 30. And for example, one green 80, red, for example, 50, and blue 10%. And I need, of course, I need one scene for all of. It depends on you. You can create your own scenario. Okay. Okay, for this one, for the scene number 1, I said only green, therefore I turn on only green and turn off the other. Even if you check this box, you can see what's changed. For example, if I turn on the green is off. It depends on you when you set your parameter. If you check this one, you can see the change of the settings. For example, now only the green is on. Okay, and press the save. For the next one, I set only blue, green 0%, red 0%, and white 0%. Then I'm check, yes, it's only blue. Then I'm save the settings. Sorry. Can you see my desktop? Okay, let me share with you. Yes, here I am sets the blue and the other is red. For example, this one I set red 50%, blue 70%, white 0%, and green I set 30%. Okay, I'm saved, and now I can check. Let's create one color like purple. Okay, exit. The next one is I said red plus green, and the other is 0. Okay. And the next one I said red plus blue. Okay. Let's create one color like pink. And I want to turn on all. Let's create a color like white. Okay. Scene number 8 is red 20%, blue 80%, and the green 30%. If you search on the web, you can see about how you can set this color to create a new color. For example, if you want to create a rainbow, you can search on the web and you can create the color, and then you can create everything you want. For example, this one, it's blue because blue is 80%. Let me change it to 50 and see what's happened. Let me see. And let me add more reds. Oh, now it's better. And yeah, now it's better. Okay. Green 80, red 50, blue 10, and white 0. And for the all off, and turn all off. Okay, that's it. It's finished. how I can program this scene on the, for example, on the Teton panel. It's very easy. It's very easy. Or let me program on the Luna. Okay, close this one. I'm opening my Luna. For example, on the light page, for example, page 2, and put the command scene 1. This is scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, and this is scene 6. For example, of course, you use your scene and your scenario. For example, on the relaxed scenario, you want to turn off all the lights and only the RGB is on, and it's turned on the red. It depends on you. Okay, how we can program? It's very easy. Subnet ID and device ID of my DMX 52. Here we have a one type named scene switch. Area number 1, if you remember, the area of RGB is 1, and parameter 2 is my scene number. Or for example, scene number 2, 52. Scene switch, area number 1, scene number 2. Okay, if you remember, the scene number 2 is that turn off green. Scene number 2 is turn off green, turn off red, and turn off white, and only turn on the blue. Remember? Therefore, if you want to program like that, you need to insert 4 commands. You need to insert 4 commands. Turn off green, turn on blue, turn off red, and turn off white. Here, if we use scene and area, the program is easier because with the 1 command, I can program. Okay, let me show you. And let me add another scene. For example, if you remember, let me change the comments. This one, for example, this is, for example, all on, and this is all off. Okay. For a scenario all on, it's scenario number 7, scene number 7, scene number 7, 1, 52, scene switch, area number 1, scene number. It's better to write on a piece of paper your scene, okay? And all off, it's scene number 10, 1, 52, scene switch, area number 1, scene number 10. Maybe you said, why you don't use the broadcast channel? Remember, if I use the broadcast channel, it's turned off. The channel is related to the other area. For example, I have a 5 RGB and I want to turn off all the RGB that belong to this room, not all of the RGB. If you use broadcast channel, it's turn off all channel of the DMX. It means that it's turn off the 48th channel of the DMX. But when I use the scene switch, I set only the channel that's related to the area number 1. You understand? Okay, let me share my camera with you. Okay. For example, here, for example, scenario 2 is only blue or all on or all off or 2. You can see it's very fast and it's worked very good. Oh, you cannot see? Sorry. Again. Unable to connect Zoom. Let me see what's the problem. Yes, now it's connect. You can see this is my Luna. For example, when I press all on, turn on all channel, or all off, turn off all channel. Blue or green, you can see with the one command I can create this scenario. Okay. As you see, if you want to change the color slowly and better, as you can see, it's changed the color very fast. You can change some config on your dev search here, for example. Here on the DMX, can you see my desktop? Okay, DMX. Yeah. On the scene, I have one option is running time. If I put one running time, it's changed the scene slowly. It's changed the between. Okay. Let me send you a video, and of course 10. Okay, you can see I put the running time for green, blue, and red, but I don't put any running time for all on and all off. Now, let me share the camera with you and see what's the difference between these. I'm so sorry because it takes time. Okay, share. Okay, now, yes. Okay, now look at the function of the lights. You can see it's turned on smoothly, and if I changing, it's turn off and then turn on. But look at the all on and off. They are working very fast, but look at here. It's turn on smoothly, and I think it's better. Again, you can see it's smoothly changed, but all and off is very fast. You need to be patient and create a very, very, very good scenario with your DMX. Okay, let me share again camera. Okay, here you can see it's changed the scene between 1 and 2. It's very smoothly. You can see first turn off blue smoothly and then turn on green smoothly. But all on and all off, it's very fast. You see, I think it's better you use the running time. Okay, good. Okay. Now I want to tell you about how to program the sequence. Do you know what's the sequence? If you want to run the scene sequentially, each one after the other, we use sequence. For example, you want on the party change all the lights very, very fast. Okay, it's very easy. I choose my area. Then I press the, let me delete all the things and start from the first. Let me reload. Okay. Okay, then I'm add here. If you press on the add, you can add your sequence. I'm add one sequence. And here, if I press on the steps, if I press on the sequence, I can change my sequence. Of course, first it's better we put comments. It's, for example, for the party. Party, save, okay. Then I'm press on the sequence. I said on this sequence, I want, for example, 10 steps totally. The time is unlimited. It means that they are working till I send another command. For example, I send another sequence or I send another command. And what's the mode? Forward mode, backward mode. It means that how a scene run. For example, I said randomly. Okay, I press the save. Okay, here I have 10 different steps. If I press on the steps, I can choose my scene. Okay, and for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I choose another 8, 9, and 10. And this is the steps time. For example, I said this scene only run for a half of the second. Let me change it, for example, to 2. This one 2. The other is, for example, half of the second. 0. For example, this one is 1. This one is, for example, 3 seconds. And this one, all of, for example, only 0.2 seconds. Then I press the save. Okay, very good. How I can program this sequence on my device? It's very easy again. For example, on the Luna. For example, on the mode, I have one mode For example, here I have a party mode. I change the mode to the combination on. I can do many things. For example, here first I choose, I want to play music. I set, for example, audio player play music, and 51, for example, this is my dolly. I set turn off all channel, broadcast channel, all channel 0, and 52. Here we have a one type named sequence. Area number 1, sorry, sequence. Area number 1, sequence number 1, and I'm invalid the other commands because I don't need these commands. It's very easy. And I have another, for example, here I have one button, it's goodbye. For example, imagine. And the goodbye, I want to, of course, the mode is combination on. Here I set the 52 broadcast channel off, 51 broadcast channel off, and the audio player stop. Oh, sorry, subnet 1. Yes. Now it's working. Okay, let me share my camera with you. I'll show you how it's working. Okay. Here, for example, on the mode 1, I have 2 buttons. For example, party. It's turn off all the lights. And if you see, it's working sequentially. If you remember, for example, we put sometimes half of the seconds and some of them is 2 seconds. You can see, and because this is the random, they are run the scenario randomly. And the scenario all on, now it's working. You can see. If I'm going to the DMX and change it to the, for example, forward mode, here on the sequence, I'm changed from the random mode, I'm changing to the forward mode. Then it's worked, forward, green, blue, red, then green, and they are working very, very good. Okay. And what about the dancing light? Again, dancing light is like that. For example, if I want to create one scenario for my dancing lights, for example, I want to create some scene for my dancing light. Remember, for the dancing light, we don't use the sequence because, for example, on the party mode, it's working. You program the scene, the strobe is working very fast, change the color, everything you want. And for example, on the relaxed mode, only once the strobe you want to move very, very slowly. Therefore, we don't use sequence for the dancing lights. Okay, let me put comments For example, I create 2, 3 scene, all off, relax, and party. Okay, very good. Very, very good. Oh, sorry. Share. Okay. Area number 2. For the all of, I want to turn off all the things. Okay, that's it. Save. Okay, let me do another things. Let me add more scene, for example, 10, and I want to create more scene because I want you to understand everything about the DMX. I want to do all of my best for you in this lesson. Okay, let me put the commands and one with sound and one with auto mode 1 and one auto mode 2. Okay, everything is there. Okay, for the all off for the relax, I want to set only the strobe. We want it's working, it's move very slowly. For example, around this one. The color I want is red. If I put this number about 20, let me see, it's red. Yes, it's red. Oh, let me first you need to, yes, set intensity 0, then I set 20. This one around, for example, 10 because I want it working very slowly. Let me check it. And of course, no, I don't need to blinking because the strobe is related to the blinking. I want it's always on. Yes. Okay, once the motor turn clockwise, therefore here I put 50%. And I said I want it's turning around, for example 180 degree, but I want it on the Y, it's turning about 45 degree. Motor speed is very, very, very slowly, and auto sound is off. Okay, let me check it. Let me change this one. Okay, very good, very, very good. Very, very good. I will send you a picture video. Let me change this one, for example, it's here. It's very easy. For the party, for example, I can change another thing. Or for example, for the sound, if we want it's working with the sound, it said if the parameter is, for example, around 80, it's working with the sound. For example, here I said strobe, and I can choose the color, which color I want, and sorry for the relax. I programmed the strobe is. Well, let me finish the strobe. The strobe. I want to show you. Then we can. In order to work with this number for create the best scene. Okay, it's really good. And about the party, I want the strobe, for example, like that. Color, for example, white, anti-clockwise, sorry, anti-clockwise, and the other parameter, motor speed, and not auto or sounds. Okay, if you remember, the party is white. Okay, next one is with sounds. I want to work with the sounds. Therefore, here I'm only set sound. If I put this parameter around 95, all of these number rights on the catalog and manual. Now it's working with sounds. Okay, and I want to create modes 1, modes 2. Sorry. Modes 1 and mode 2. Modes 1 and mode 2. Okay, let me show you. Let me share my camera with you. Share. Okay. Okay, for example, on the relax, I said only the red working. You can see here it's only red. Or for example, on the party, I said only white's working. You can see it's changing to the whites and only white working, and you can see it's flashing. It depends on my program. Or for example, on the modes one, it's a one mode. It's predefined. It's this mode one. Or for example, mode two, it's the difference mode. I don't know how it's working. I hope this class is very good for you and it's useful for you. If you have any question, you can contact me with the WhatsApp or email. Thank you so much. Have a good day.